Hey, so one of the things for the back of the car is the rear windscreen. So we've got that over there sitting in the corner wrapped up, so we're going to dig it out. The boys are coming down this morning to install the windscreen in the back of the car, so that's one of the last major points that we'll get done for the vehicle, and then we can finish off the interior, and then really it's just a few extra bits and pieces, chuck the rest on, and hopefully not too far off the road. So we still got to finish our engine bay work, put the boot together, and the other thing we've got to find is some wheels and tyres as well. So we're going to get this done today and keep playing with the car and won't be too far off. So the boys have just left to put the rear windscreen in. They didn't want to get filmed, which is totally okay. But here we have it. Half the tint's off, which we completely forgot about to do before the windscreen went in. But we'll get some gear now to finish cleaning up. But we got a lot of it off in there, so it's going to be a lot easier to get it in the car. Just going to sit and settle now. We've got all the seals around it. The only other seal that we've got to chuck in is these ones up in here, which is actually supposed to go in before the windscreen goes in. But we're just going to cut, trim and stick them in there anyway because we're missing one of them, so I'll have to get one of them. But the boys did an excellent job, super friendly, big shout out to them. So we'll chuck a link in the description below as to who that was. But now we're making headway, so time is to grab the last couple of bits and pieces that I think we're going to need for now. But we'll probably look at getting the rest of the interior in, get all that bolted up and sorted out now. And then we're going to move on to, I think, the front of the car to sort out what we've got to do there, and then we're going to get that boot sorted as well. So the front of the car is going to get the different custom grills that we're going to look at. We're going to get covers over these lights to try to sort something out. There is a factory clip-on plastic here. I was looking at like a screen, but we'll have a look at that. That might even suit what we need just enough. We've got to make these grills through here and here, so we're going to have a bit of a play with that today, see what we can work out, but also get this rear bar finished assembly and get it in the car. So we've got to bolt the two halves together, and then we're almost home and home.
Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want, but don't have. And I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me. It escapes me, and I'm lost again.
So one of the things we wanted to do was paint the inside of the fuel fill-up black. So we've got this all cleaned up here, so we're going to get in here, tape it all up, paint it, and put it all back together. That way that section's done, and then we can move on from there.
All I want and become everything, all I wanted.
So one of the biggest problems that I've found or seen so far with the back of these cars is that it seems to leak quite regularly between the rear wing and the boot lid, which rusts all the boot out, and then inside the car causes a bunch of issues. So when we pulled this car apart, the actual seals that go on here between here and the boot lid are actually painted over, so they weren't doing anything at all. They're actually completely useless. So hence the reason why a lot of water got in the boot. So I've got some of this bump stop stuff, and we're going to cut seals, layer it up, probably about 3 layers. It's a little bit squishy, so it should hold and hopefully push the moisture out. Then we'll put it on the car, obviously, and bolt it up and check that it's not leaking. So far, I haven't found where I can actually buy proper seals for this, so hence the reason why we're making our own. So we're going to get stuck into that, get all the boot lid on and get all the boot area finished, and then get the rear bar and everything on, and then we're good to go. So we've got our bits cut and made up for both sides. We did a bit of a template and cut the new ones to shape, so these obviously stick together on there, both sides we've got, and they are a bit of a ribbed sort of foam for it. So the idea is that if any moisture gets in there, at least the air can get in and dry back out, because we don't want it sweating between the wing and the boot lid as well, because that also rusts that area out, promotes rust at the top. But that has all been treated and painted. When the bolts go in underneath, we're also going to seal them as well to help prevent anything from getting in the car, but we'll probably pull it all off in 6 months' time after we have the car on the road and have a look at that anyway and change it if we need to. 6 months should give us a pretty good indication of whether there's any issues. We'll be able to see if there's moisture sitting around in there or leaking into the boot, hopefully long before then. We'll chuck all these on, we'll stick it on the car, and we'll see how the fitment looks, and we'll go from there.
Although it feels like heaven, I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break.